Hello everyone, welcome back to the Shadowbringers New Game Plus Story Stream Recaps with for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Firemac. And we just started part 2, and we had the little sidetrack with the role quest, but we got that out of the way, it's done. Now we're talking to Alize. For word from on high. Alize is contemplating all that must yet be done in the wake of the battle. Let me just make sure everything's good. Okay. The others are helping to treat the wounded. I'm planning to assist in moving them, but even so, we simply don't have enough hands. I'm sure you're fit to fall over after what you've been through. Gods know I am. But if you see to a few of the patients, it would be an enormous help. Captain Lena is about somewhere, so if you might also consider asking her if there are any other outstanding areas of need. We'll talk later. What? There we go. Dying guard. Dude, why are you gonna be dying? Get up. I'll heal you, but you gotta get up. With tear-filled eyes, the prone man gazes up at you. His fingers twitch as if to reach for you, but he lacks the strength to raise his hand. Wow. I don't know if that means he died. It's just that bad. Oh, it itches. Oh, it itches. Oh. Thank you, but it's too late. One of them, it got me. If I turn, please kill me. I beg you. Oh. Ah! Where's the other person need to interact? There, okay. What you doing all the way over here? Scared, man? It's okay. You'll be okay. I'll be okay. Don't touch me! I killed her. I killed her. She was one of them. I know, but oh. Oh, Lena.
Oh, I did not see you there. Is there something you need?
No, I'm fine. How are you feeling? Shouldn't you be resting? Let's go that one.
Appoint another. A captain's place is with her soldiers in the field. Don't pretend you're not of the same mind. You fought well today. Saved a great many lives. Thank you. Unfortunately, this war is far from over. We must replenish our ranks and shore up our defenses before they attack again. Now, if you will excuse me. I am fine. Completely and utterly fine. Better than fine. Hale and hearty and still alive to mourn those who are not. Who I failed to protect when they needed me most. We've come so far, so goddamn far! I could have sworn the sight, and now... Now they will never see it.
Impudent worms of the Crystarium!
Freaking Vothri.
The tragedy that has befallen you is of your own making. Divine retribution for your defiance. The heavens have bequeathed to you a benevolent savior, me. I offer you freedom from pain and suffering. A paradise where man and sin-eater might live in peace and harmony. Why, already, our winged brothers and sisters regard me and mine as kin, alike to them in beauty and purity. But you not only reject my prophet hand, but raise your own against my sin-eaters. But it's only right that they respond in kind. Let this be a lesson to all those who would walk the path of sin. The wicked shall not inherit this world!
Word from on high. Small favors. Lena is gazing solemnly upward, and it is not difficult to guess what occupies her mind. Vothri's ship is already gone. How flattering that he came all this way just to give his little speech. I apologize for my earlier outburst. Rest assured that I have no intention of allowing any of my wounds to affect the performance of my duties, especially not now. If I may, could I ask that you seek out Thancred and Minfilia for me? They endangered themselves on my behalf, and I would feel better knowing that they are well looked after. Thancred, in particular, sustained quite an injury from that Sin-Eater. I would not be surprised if he were in Spagyrix still. Spagyrix? Please, give them my thanks. You're here? For me? I'm sorry to put you to trouble. I'm fine, really. The Eater landed an unfortunately solid blow, but the healers were here have done the wonders. I'm more worried about Minfilia. She's not taking it well. Could I ask you to speak with her? My attempts to reach out seem to have had the opposite effect. She's gone off to the Hortorium ostensibly to fetch herbs for Chesamile. But just talk to her, will you? Where is this? Pretty sure I need to go to the cabinet. Goes from here, it goes, yeah. Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. Perhaps a gentle poke will get her attention. A gentle poke, you say? So be it. Have a gentle poke. Poke, poke, poke. Eep! Oh, Firemac, what are you doing here? Thancred. It's my fault, you know. I jumped at the chance to help Lena, but I was careless, and now it's my fault. You can make up for it by being there for him. Are you sure? I brought him nothing but trouble thus far. And what if it's worse next time? All I do is make mistakes, put others in danger. I'm sure that he'll resent me for being this weak. Maybe he already does. But you're right. I can still help. If only by seeing these herbs safely to Chesamile. There are only 2 left on the list, but I'll need to ask about this one. I've looked high and low, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. Would you mind collecting the other? I would hate to delay any longer than I already have. You're looking for something with soft leaves that's just figure it in an unmistakably medicinal way, I was told. We only need 2 sprigs or so. Once we've got them, you can bring them directly to Chesamile. Whoever gets there first can explain the other. We'll be back shortly. Thank you. I appreciate the help. This plant has soft leaves and smells strongly medicinal. This plant has soft leaves and smells strongly medicinal. Woo! Woo! Minfilia told me you would be bringing the rest. Marvelous! With this I can replenish our store medicines. We're struggling to keep up with the number of wounded that are being brought in. I was on the field, but it doesn't matter. The patient's face make plain that it was a horrible battle. And we're still fighting it, I suppose? Though with a better medicine rather than sharp steel. But we'll win. I promise you that. It seems that I owe you an apology for dragging you to yet another battlefield when you just come off the front lines. In both cases, I'm sure your efforts saved more than a few. With Spagyrix in the good working order, the experienced people will be well cared for. More lie ahead, of course. Battles only you can fight. Not that we intend to let you do it alone, but there's a matter to discuss with the Exarch. You know the Exarch? We do? Was there something you needed? I need you to tell him something, for me. My dearest friend, you see, he was on there on the battlefield with me, but only the one of us is here to speak of it. At the end, before the wound killed him, I heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful, he told me. I'm so glad that I got to see the night sky. I don't know how the Exarch feels about what happened out there. I don't know how the Exarch feels about what happened out there. I don't know what Valtteri said is true. If our losses are just deserts, and we doom ourselves to worse by continuing this fight. But I believe in the Warrior Darkness, in the Crystal Exarch. I don't think what they've done is wrong, and I don't think we're wrong to fight them either. My friend, he smiled in the end, just as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. That's how I want to remember him. So I want to tell the Exarch, don't give up, don't give in, please. We'll tell him. You have my word. Ba-da-da-da-da-do. The best way out. Thancred seems keen to quit the infirmary. If you're ready, why not go ahead and to the ocular? You can keep the Exarch company while I fetch Alphino. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest armor I can find, so we shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass on the message, eh? Welcome, my friend. Tales of your heroism on the battlefield precede you. Though I confess I found them more gladdening than surprising. I hear no few of our people have you to thank for plucking them from the jaws of death. Would that they had not needed saving to begin with, but the responsibility for that lies with me. One of our soldiers said that? Thank you. Rest assured that I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done, now least of all. Though I mourn the lost, I will not lose myself to grief, but even should regret be my constant companion, I will follow the path I have chosen to its end. We have some time before the others arrive if you'd like to talk. And if I were to confess any doubts I might harbor, no one need ever know? No, I believe you have enough burdens without my adding to them. Nevertheless, thank you.
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vorthri may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power. He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord Vorthri.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Armorang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Armorang. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser sin-eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a sin-eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menphilia. If we travel to Armorang, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Don't.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do! I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation. But it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? Love. Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Armorang we go.
I'll meet you at the gates.
I'm sorry to be so insistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. Of course. Well, it'd be lovely to talk to all of you guys, but no, that's just too much. That's too much. Actually, you know, actually, yeah. Because I can go there, then, well, Nah. Ugh. Waiting. Sorry for the wait. I'm ready now. And you sure you want to do this? Completely sure? Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger, strong enough to face my destiny, and I want to believe that I can play a part in saving this world. Hope you can find it in yourself to believe it too. When you put it that way, how could we not? It is your decision to make. Just be sure that you are prepared when the time comes. If all are assembled, shall we depart? We'll follow your lead. What route you would have us take? What route would you have us take? About that, there's something I neglected to mention. I saw a Umorian ship coming in to land over. I saw a Umorian airship coming in to land over Amarang while I was on my way back to Crystarium. No doubt the same vessel that bore Vathri's forces to Raktika. Meaning we can expect to encounter Ard resistance on our journey through the region. Right now, Nabath Arang lies to the southern reaches of Amarang, and there are two routes we can take to get there. The first is the eastern route, which would lead us past Mord Suk. The other is a western route, which would require us to pass through the Hills of Amber. Minfilia and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that's the more well-trodden path. It also makes for easier traversal of the Nabath Severance. But we can't use it. If we did, we'd need to cross the Severance from a point near by the Inn of Journey's Head. If the Umorans caught wind of our approach, it could be very well bring them into contact with the inn and its patients, and we can be sure their activities would not meet with Vathri's approval. It will make the journey more arduous, but I believe it would be safer to take the western route. Which brings me to my proposition. While you make for the Hills of Amber in the west, I will draw the Umorans' attention elsewhere, to an area in the east that I know to be uninhabited. That way, you'll have a chance to reaching Nabath Arang unopposed, and without risk to the civilians. I cannot deny that it's a sound plan, nor can I allow you to go alone. My skills will make your task at least somewhat easier, will they not? I will accompany you as well. It will afford us a chance to have a proper conversation. And if I go with the others, I'm likely to say something Thancred will regret. Well then, we'll leave the work of distracting Vathri's forces to you. The rest of us will take the western route and try to avoid attracting attention. With that in mind, I think it best that we follow the road from the bridges. We'll move faster with a solid path under our feet. We'll borrow a few Amro for our own journey. I leave the rest to you, Minfilia. Thank you. I'll try not to disappoint. That coke went down a little too. Too far. Speak with Thancred. Where are you, Thancred? Over there. Okay. I pretty much have to just go out this way. There you are. The gate leading to Amarang is just up ahead. In all the time I've been here, I've never ventured into the hills of Amber. Not that I'm particularly intimidated by new lands at this point, but we have more than enough reasons to be cautious as it is. Keep an eye on Infilia for me, would you? Hardis. Also, soon, Master Summers, you've barely had time to recover from the battle. Well, if you're certain, I'm hardly in a position to question you.
Take comfort in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garik lie the hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
There's only 2 more Light Wardens left. Isn't that crazy? This place has been scarred by the flood too. Who can say that what lies ahead? But where else this road may be, it is a mine to travel, and I do not plan to take a moment of the time I spent upon it. Blech. And I don't plan to take a moment of the time I spent upon it for granted. Free trade. Thancred is gazing with interest at the nearby village. I take it you're seeing what I'm seeing? Finding a village when you're hardly 10 paces into the hills is a surprising stroke of luck, especially given our recent fortunes. But you won't hear any complaints from me. Let's see if the folk who live here can tell us what to expect from the road ahead. Got more Mords. Zun Zun. Don't we know you? Aren't you from the Mordsuk? Zun Zun. You sell? No? No, you are no merchant? But then, why do I know your face? Oh, and Marie, you spend Verbert gold. Now see, I didn't know this guy. Such a coin purse crackling, you are already a legend among more traders. You're a traveling merchant then. Can you tell us anything of this village? Of course, anything for valued customers. This place is Garik. Before the flood, it was home to many miners. After not so many, now none. So Master Gingin borrowed the village and made it into a trading post, a very convenient location. In which case, you must all be familiar with the local roads, correct? We're on our way to Nabath Arang ourselves. If we continue south from here, will we have any difficulties reaching it? Oh yes, great difficulty. The flood rent the stone and crushed the mines surrounding Nabath Arang. Only steep cliffs and collapsed tunnels remain. Oh no. But surely there must be some way. Do you think Do you think of any of the other Mord might have some sort of hidden route? Perhaps. You ask, they tell. Tell for free, even, to friends of our best customer. Woo! 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 Wonderful, thank you for your help. Well then, best customer, let's see what information your reputation buys us. You wish to go to Nabath Orang? There was way once a gondola down the cliffs, but it was built for those who had left something behind that they wished to retrieve. Now there is nothing left, and no one to use it. You may search for it if you like, but I doubt its rusted wires would bear your weight. You hastily take down a memo regarding the gondola on a spare scrap of parchment. I think that's the first time where they actually explain the items appearing in my key items. I'm actually taking notes. For Nabatha Ring, airship is best. Nothing is faster than an airship. The Umorians have one, I hear. You can ask them to take you. Though it seems somewhat superfluous to do so, you dutifully make note of Gongon's words. Yeah, thanks, Gongon. We'll just get right on that. Oh, that is a prize. Not many bound for Nabatha Rang these days. I do know of a trolley that once went there and used to travel between all the settlements and mines of Hills of Ember. It is locked behind a gate, however, I assume that it will have kept from being stolen or damaged, but also prevents it from being of much use. Oh god. Oh god. You take down information regarding the trolley and the wrinkled piece of parchment before stuffing it unceremoniously back into your bag. Ah, Firemac, I'm afraid I've learned little of use about how to reach Nabatha Rang. The Umorian presence, though, that's another matter. Apparently, though their army is definitely in Amarang, there have been no sightings of Umorians at all in the Hills of Amber. Perhaps we can take that as a sign that Alize's plan has borne fruit. Did you have any better luck finding us a route forward? So these are our options. Well, what do you think? You try the gondola, might die, but Can we get an airship anywhere? Not from Vothri, obviously. Gates aside, the trolley seems the most feasible. It does seem to be the least risky of our options, and I can't imagine one gate is enough to thwart you. I'd like to know a bit more before we dash off in search of it, though. Perhaps Zunzun can offer some insight. The trolley problem. Zunzun is eyeing you with curiosity. Oh, valued customers, were the other Mord of help? Of a fashion, they told us of a trolley that runs to Nabatha Rang, at least. But am I correct in thinking that there was a reason you did not do so yourself when first we asked? Yes, the gate. You see, it is impassable. Before, there was a hulking thing of stone, the Talos. It opened the gate, they say. But none operate such a thing now. I do not even know if it yet exists. I do not know, but you should travel east of Mount Biran Mines. That is where the trolley controls stand. I still see miners there from time to time. If anyone knows what happened to the Talos, it would be them. Thank you. You've been a great help. We're off to Mount Biran, then. Let's hope that someone will be there to answer our questions. The scale of the track is impressive, I'll give them that. Now we only need to follow it until we come to the mines. Bit of a mess, isn't it? But the mechanisms for dispatching the trolley are here, just as Zunzun said. Unfortunately, anyone who might know how to use them is not. We might wait for Zunzun's mysterious miners to appear, or have a look around and see if we can deduce anything useful in their absence. I'm in favor of the latter. Something near the entrance of the mines proper caught Oranji's eye. Meet us there if you find anything. But there's something right behind us. Sure, we'll take care of him. He's hindering my search. Ah, leave me be! Flecks of rust adorn the rails, but they nevertheless appear sturdy enough to bear the trolley without issue. Where the heck is this other thing? Oh my god. Seems like I'm on the right level for this. But I don't see anything to interact with. What the heck? What the heck? Trolley car. The benches within suggest that this must have been a passenger car. Oddly enough, though it is clearly old, it appears to be well maintained. Now, there's clearly something here, and I can't freaking find it. It's gotta be inside the freaking... Conspicuous cup. The cup is slightly warm and a fair amount of tea, steeped overlong. If the color is indication, it remains within. The cup is warm and a fair bit of amount of tea. Steep overlong if the color's indication remains within. Okay, gotcha. Whale's phrase really didn't like it. Oh my god, Desert Coyote, go away. Ah, Firemac, what hast thou discerned? I see, indeed, thine observations are consistent with mine own, but let us refrain from further discussion ere our comrades arrive. Ample evidence of recent maintenance, and lukewarm tea besides. The levers for switching tracks look like they were in good condition, though I couldn't move them myself. No ordinary person could, I think. It is my belief that no person is meant to. This Talos beareth more than a passing resemblance to golems of the source, nor doth it appear to be the sole example of its kind. The proliferation of Talos fragments, as well as the enormity of the mechanisms here, suggest a considerable number were once in operation. Alas, this specimen and its fellows now lie lifeless and broken. I know not how to repair them that they might facilitate our passage through the gate. And without the aid of the Talos, even if thou wert somehow able to unbar the trolley's path, we would still have no means of propelling it. We might not know how to repair the Talos, but someone must. Otherwise, why keep everything else in working order? Whoever is maintaining the cars and rails must know something that we don't. Let's ask them what it is, shall we? Firemac, I do believe you'll find a person of some interest skulking in the shadows behind the warehouses on the northwestern side of the tracks. While you two have a friendly chat, the rest of us will gently encourage those to the south to come out of hiding. Defend yourselves as necessary, of course, but do try to keep everyone in one piece. Off we go, then! Wait, I thought they weren't gonna join. Wicked White, where did you come from? Oh no, never mind that. You have no business here. Of that I'm sure. What are you? I'm bringing you prosperity! 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 Good to hear. These two weren't much trouble either. Let's see what they have to say for themselves. Us? We're not the brigands to come to take what isn't ours! Do we honestly look like we need to steal? What, some rusted bits of iron? Don't be absurd. We're not here to rob you. A likely story. You look... well... You don't look normal, that's for certain. You don't have anywhere, so you're clearly not merchants. Travelers never pass this way. The only reason you would come all the way out here is to strip the machinery for parts. I like how it focuses on Udon J there. Oh, Thaf, I have an idea. What if, once upon a time, a lovely lady of noble birth ventured forth in search of her lost love, joined by her two most loyal servants, sworn to follow her unto the world's end. On their journey they met a sorcerer as ancient as time itself. Loved by the lady's devotion, he offered to be their guide, and they turned up here somehow. I can only assume that you're being intentionally obtuse, but in the unlikely event that you're serious, that's a serious conjecture. No. I suppose I am a bodyguard of a sort, but we have rather larger concerns than fairy tale romances. Though I would fain hear more of this ageless sorcerer and his heroic deeds. Gods grant me strength. If I may, we're actually searching for a means by which to travel to Nabath Arang. We were hoping that the trolley here might offer a solution. I realize that we haven't gotten off to the best of starts, but if you know anything about how we might get it working again? The trolley? The trolley! You should have led with that! We're always keen to discuss this trolley. We're both engineers in training. In fact, Jarek and Thaf In fact, Jarek and Thoth at your service. Is that like a Biggs and Wedge thing or something? Technically, I'm a miner, and he does repair work, but our true passion is the trolley. We're working with a few other folks to get it up and running again. And before you ask, yes, it's true that there's little in need of transport these days, but that's no reason to consign a miracle of mechanical innovation to dust. That mere sight of it traveling the track once again would make hearts sore, mark my words. You'll hear no argument from us. What progress have you made thus far? Not as much as we'd like, truth be told. Well, if there's anything we could do to assist you, we would gather materials or help put pieces together. It's a slight more complicated than that, I'm afraid. If you spoke with Magnus, you'd understand. He's the only one with full knowledge of the trolley's operation. I suppose you could speak with him if you like. We'll introduce you. Very well, our options are limited, and if this Magnus can explain whatever is preventing the trolley from being restored, I'd like to hear it. Right, it looks like you'll be following us back to Twine then. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Rust and Ruin. Thaf is ready to guide you to Twine, where you might meet the mysterious Magnus. If you're ready, we can leave right now. Though you haven't seen another fellow around here, have you? I thought he'd have come out by now.
Yes.
You think he'll be alright? That's our, well, I suppose we did force your hand a bit. I'll have a look just in case. Just go on ahead, Thaf. Alright, looks like it'll just be you lot and me. Then, try not to let anything take a bite out of you on the way out of the rail yard. Whew. Okay, so on the night. Okay, he's gonna look at the guy we beat up. Oh, dude, that's a B rank. Excuse me. I haven't done a B rank of this guy before. Okay. Sorry, slight detour, everybody. I just wanted to kill that B rank. One that goes towards my achievement progress, and I've never fought that one before. Damn, that's smart. Did he have to thump me so hard? I'll be feeling that for the next fortnight at least. Come on, I was talking here. Alright, so where were we? Damn, that's smart. Did he have to thump me so hard? I'm feeling the next fortnight. I'll be feeling that for the next fortnight at least. Okay. Not to be done about it now, though. I pointed your overeager companions in the right direction, and they've gone on ahead. So we need to get moving. Normally, we'd walk atop the tracks, but seeing as the young lady has a much shorter stride, that's a more perilous route than I'm comfortable suggesting. Wouldn't want anyone falling through the gaps. Of course, the low road presents other dangers, but having been on the receiving end of your friends' blows, I'm not worried on that account. Wait a minute, I think I hear something. Oh, that's something, alright. Run! I want you away from the others. I don't feel like adding more things to kill in my repertoire here. We're actually reaching areas where the normal enemies are a problem. I mean, they get in the way. They're not a problem. They just can't just walk by. Sorry about that. I'll admit I didn't expect this route to be quite so fraught with danger. We're nearly to Twine, though, so we should make it without further incident. Let's see how many filler quests we got before we get past this trolley business. I mean, they're kind of not filler, but still, it's stuff that's gonna make things last longer. This is it. Welcome to Twine. The original dwellings were built to house those laborers tasked with the building the track. Over time, miners came to seek their fortunes, and that's what made the town grow to what you see before you today. But it was still the trolley that brought them here. As you've doubtless noticed, the track goes to the very heart of the town. It was the heart of the town back when the trolley still carried everyone home at the end of each hard day in the mines. Now, there is no trolley nor much work to be had in the mines. For that matter, the only residents that remain are the destitute, the delusional, and those with nowhere else to go, or so they say. That should give you some indication of what to expect when you meet Magnus. As I said, it will help you understand why we can't get the trolley running. Just don't expect too much aside from that. Well, that's encouraging, but I don't see what we have much choice. Let's go and meet with the man. And meet the man. Meet with the man. Meet the man. Hello, Magnus? Great, yeah, we have to deal with his problems now. Who are you supposed to be? Never seen the three of you in my life. Or the four of you? Wicked white! If you're going to bother me, at least have the damn courtesy to stand still. Methinks this one is deep in his cups. These are my guests, Magnus. We ran into them at the mines. They're looking for a way to reach Nabatha Rang, so they came to ask about the trolley, you see? What? There's nothing in Nabatha Rang. Not anymore. Especially not for frail little girls. Give it up. No, we must reach Nabatha Rang. I must. So you have your heart set on it. The world doesn't care. Places are ruined, nothing more. And you're not getting there in the trolley. The thing doesn't run on hopes and dreams. We're not fools. It's necessity that drives us to Nabatha Rang. If you insist that the trolley is not an option, at least tell us why. No, I'm sick of people asking me about the blaster thing. Leave me be! We'll speak outside. What an annoyance. He only said that because he thinks I'm weak. And he's right, but it can't be. I won't be forever. There has to be some way. I must find it.